It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Saturday, the 6th of December. I'm Michael Groff. An absolutely glorious weekend ahead here across the Southwest. Temperatures slowly warming up, lots of sun. As we go into the week ahead, that warming trend will continue, however, and daytime highs will go to above average levels. And in fact, we may even see a few record highs being challenged by late this upcoming week or maybe next weekend. How long will this warm up last before we start to see some precipitation coming back into the Southwest? Or are we just stuck in this pattern for most of the rest of December? Well, we'll talk about that and so much more as we dive on in and discuss. But first, today's video is brought to you by On Demand Power, your local certified Generac technician specializing in generator maintenance, repair, and inspection to keep your home running when the grid fails. Visit them online at ondemandpwr.com. All right, let's take a look at that almanac from yesterday. 67 degrees was the afternoon high here in Phoenix after a morning low of 45, although that was at Sky Harbor. Some of you got well down in the 30s yesterday morning. 68 and 47 are the averages for this time of year and outside now at 8:30 a.m. How about sunny sky? And we are greeted by 46 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 35. Relative humidity, 66%. The wind's light, the barometer's steady. Let's check out temperatures around the nation right now, especially over the central plain states. That's where the deep freeze has been ongoing for the last few days. And you wonder why so many people live in Phoenix. Well, let's take a look at the Dakotas and Minnesota, specifically northern North Dakota, northern Minnesota, below zero right now. And even elsewhere, we've got teens and single digits and low 20s for the remainder of the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. And the cold air plunges all the way down into parts of the Tennessee Valley, the deep south, the plain states, 20s, 30s, 40s. And unlike here, where we're going to see high temperatures getting up into the low 70s potentially today, and it's certainly by tomorrow, those areas are going to be frigid, especially the central and northern plain states. It is early December after all, but it kind of feels more like January up there. And of course, they're going to have periods of snow, which is another thing we don't ever really have to worry about, at least not in Phoenix. All right, satellite picture out here across the west. We put this in motion. You can see why it's just dry and warming up here. High pressure is the dominant feature. It is building in from the west. Those upper heights will be coming up. High pressure means subsident air sinking. And when you have sinking air, you don't get clouds developing, and you also get that compression effect. And that warms the air over time. And so we're going to see that warming air, and the main storm track is going to be deflected far to the north of us, at least for the foreseeable future. The watch warning map, you can see where all the active weather is. The Pacific Northwest, the Intermountain West, the Plain States. That's where we've got those winter weather advisories, the winter storm warnings. There's a little bit of dense fog over parts of the country as well, but here in Arizona, quiet as can be. Convective outlook for today. Speaking of quiet, most of the nation in cool, stable air, so no organized areas of severe weather to worry about. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through next Saturday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, zippo. Region-wide, really nothing to be found. Again, this is a blocked pattern, but how long is this persistent pattern going to last? Well, we'll try to figure that out right now as we take a look at the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 06Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at 500 millibars. That's about 18,000 feet up. And it kind of looks like we're just showing you the same map over and over and over every single day. There's that big vortex over eastern Canada, negative height anomalies diving down into the eastern part of the country. Out here in the southwest, high pressure is building in from the west. Those upper heights are climbing. And so what that means with that dry northwesterly flow down at the surface for the rest of the day today, sunny sky, an absolutely beautiful Chamber of Commerce kind of day. Highs topping out in the mid to upper 60s here in Phoenix. Places like Flagstaff and northern Arizona, the high country, upper 40s to mid 50s. Going to be in the mid 60s for places like Tucson. Just a beautiful day statewide. For tonight, a little chilly with clear sky and dry air. Lows will drop into the upper 30s in the coldest valley locations, 40s elsewhere. You'll be down in the teens and 20s over the high country. But then for tomorrow, slightly warmer, high temperatures, low 70s here in Phoenix. The warm-up will continue as we go into the week ahead with high pressure continuing to build in, those heights slowly climbing. Highs low to mid 70s Monday, mid 70s on Tuesday, mid to to potentially upper 70s on Wednesday. Here's Thursday, mid to upper 70s. Sky sunny, air dry. The record high temperature in Phoenix on Thursday, 81 degrees. Will probably stay just a couple or a few degrees shy of that. But the warmest desert spots across southeast California, southwest Arizona may well touch 80 degrees here. This is Friday, and this could turn out to be the warmest day of the period or among the warmest days. Highs upper 70s to near 80 in Phoenix. The record high on Friday for Phoenix is 79 degrees. So there's at least a possibility we'll tie that, maybe break it. And again, some other records could be challenged over parts of Arizona and across the southwest U.S. with this rather strong ridge. And again, are 80-degree temperatures unheard of in December in Phoenix? No, of course not, but they are somewhat unusual. So it's going to be warm, and it's going to stay warm for a while. Let me show you. We go out to a week from today. This is Saturday, the 13th. And yeah, upper heights somewhere between about 578 to 580 decameters across Arizona. And that means temperatures are going to stay well above seasonal averages. Again, anywhere from the mid-70s to low 80s for the lower deserts. And lots of sun. This is Sunday, the 14th. The pattern just doesn't want to change much. Upper heights continue somewhere between about 577 to 580 decameters. So high temperatures will remain somewhere between about 75 to 80. Here's the end of the forecast period. This is Monday the 15th. And again, ridging, positive height anomalies continue. Again, not just here in Arizona, but across much of the west and the central plain states. So temperatures here over the southwest will remain above average with dry conditions. Yeah, the GFS has this weak little wave coming into the California coast. I suppose there could be some high clouds coming in here at that time, but temperatures are just not going to back off. And to further this point, let me show you. This is the European AI model at the same time, Monday the 15th. And upper heights, again, somewhere between 579 to 582 decameters. Got this little baggy wave that the Euro AI kind of has undercutting the ridge. But there's no moisture with that. It really wouldn't result in anything other than some high clouds, perhaps. So maybe that'll be about the only sensible weather we have over the next 10 days. And really even beyond that, because looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this goes out through the 20th of December. We're coming out here toward the winter solstice. And boy, if this is right, the GFS ensemble anyway has us dry as a bone. With the ensemble mean just a few hundredths of an inch. Same thing for the Euro ensemble, 51 members. Very few have any precipitation. And the Euro AI ensemble, all of them are in very good agreement that we stay just absolutely bone dry for the next 2 weeks. Temperatures off the national blend of models, well, high pressure, dry air usually results in this, much warmer temperatures. And look, the NBM is printing out temps getting up to around 80 degrees by late this coming week and into the following weekend. In fact, 81. That's what it's got out there. So again, we could be flirting with, if not breaking, a couple of record highs, because there are a few days where record highs are 78, 79, 80, 81 degrees here in mid-December. So it is not out of the question to see that. Hope we don't, but that's just the way it's going. Very, very high chance that we're going to see that. And in accordance with this, let me show you even more evidence. This is the Climate Prediction Center outlook. This is the 8 to 14 day period. December 12th through December 13th through the 19th, rather. And if this is correct, very, very high probability temperatures stay above average. Again, not just in Arizona, but really from the Pacific Northwest all the way down into the plains, Texas, the Gulf Coast, at least the western Gulf Coast anyway. Precipitation during that same period, heavily skewed toward below average across much of the southwest, the southern plains, and into parts of the southeast. It just looks like we are going to stay dry. And even beyond this period, I don't see any obvious signs of a pattern change coming for most of the rest of December. Just nothing really changing. And this is, very reflective of what we often have, even in a weak La Nina sure doesn't look like anything is going to change anytime soon. So I really hope you enjoyed the very wet fall conditions that we had, because we are starting out meteorological winter on a very dry note. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you're really enjoying what we do here and you want to support the channel, well, by all means, click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make a contribution to us that way or via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is our PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. Our Venmo is also linked up down in the description below, so feel free to utilize that if you prefer. You can also hype our videos and all the other engagement tools that they have on YouTube. We really do appreciate anything that you guys do to support the channel. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out, blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, Kylie related, Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description below. Also, Freya is another producer. No, she's definitely not staring at me and telling me to say this. I'm not being compelled to let you know that she's also part of this video at all. No. Not at all. All right. Also, our streaming station. It's available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun with that, so be sure to check that out as well. And check out Dan over at the Courtroom Files YouTube channel, The Courtroom Files on YouTube. Courtroomfiles.com for all your Courtroom Files merch. 'Tis the season, so stock up on your Courtroom Files gear that Dan's got over there. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. It's amazing. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay warm. I got to tell you, it was a little bit chilly last night. It was a little bit nipply out there. All right, you guys be safe and have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Saturday.